Alright. Live and ready to go. More Spikeout. Yep, still sticking with these settings until I can manage a 1cc on this difficulty, which may not be this run, just because I'm planning for something a bit specific that's kind of outside my comfort zone for what I ideally want to get a 1cc on. But we'll try this. Tonight's Spiker, as already mentioned, is white. This dude. I've only, like, just minutes before starting up this stream, I was actually just quickly, like, busting out some combos, figuring out what might be good for him. And, like, depending on how this goes, this may end up, like, fueling a suspicion I've been starting to have ever since, like playing as Tension, that, like, man, the original cast of Spikeout, like the arcade game, might just be, like, on average, so much better than, like, the new characters for this game. I mean, like, because even then, it's like, yeah, I know, like, Tension, I don't think is, like, much better than Minhwa, but Spike's definitely better than his son. And just from, like, what I had briefly, like, tested out with, like, combos with this guy, is that, like I had made comparisons when I was playing as Jackal, like he was supposed to be, like, the new version of White, and I was kind of, like, he was kind of, like, my least favorite of, like, the new characters to play, just because so many of his attacks were all focused around, like, him doing upper body strikes, that, like, being able to, like, pull off combos where you really need attacks that can hit low was kind of a pain. This dude, meanwhile, like, his attacks are just, like, more balanced across the board, that like, I want to see, especially now, how well I can take him through his paces on this before thinking, you know, I might have another character I'll also want to play as on occasion in Final Edition. Yep. Because the thing that's, like, so good about playing as Jackal is that, like, his 6-hit beat combo has that uppercut. And with that uppercut, it just gives you free reign on a single enemy that isn't a boss, because bosses can only be launched if it's from, like, a level 2 charge, to just follow up with any type of, like, charge attack, any of, like, the combo buttons, like the sweep or jumping. Yeah. And, like, that, and, like, even though it doesn't have a follow-up, that flash kick he does when you just do, like, a light plus beat or light plus charge, a plus jump, I should mention, that adds a lot. Okay, come on. Ow! Asshole just knocked me out of an opportunity to, like, uppercut him even further. I mean, one thing that's already, like, a clear difference compared to some of the other, like, single-hit light jump attacks, I feel, is that, like, his flash kick obviously has a lot of recovery. Alright. It's another one of these mini bosses. Ah. Oh, yeah. That's a good one. And then they all just scramble. Yeah. Not gonna bother. Yeah, seriously, it's like I mean, it's probably for the better. I still started with like all the new characters before getting into the original arcade game cast, and then further on like the boss characters. But yeah, it kind of says a lot that it feels like I got a somewhat mixed impression about Team Neo Spike overall compared to the original Team Spike. Because Spike Jr., he's still good. I mean, like, he still shares a lot of his daddy's moves with, like, some that are exclusive to him that I think are pretty good. Like, Spike Jr.'s back throw is still pretty fantastic. And then Minhwa, you know, I've already gushed enough about her. She's the best. Like, just the absolute tiniest, most powerful Bachituan master. Akira Yuki would be proud, obviously. Yeah. But then, like, when it came time for me to, like, play as Jackal and Fiona, it was like they got a bit too weird with their movesets, where it's like, this character's all about upper body attacks, and this character's all about kicks. Both of those, you know, exclusively about those, save for, like, you know, certain exceptions. And just the way that translated into, like, the height of their attacks and whatnot was really bizarre. Oh! Hell yeah, finally someone, like, gave a reason to, like, trigger, like, that new, like, raid alert. Thanks, Renpona. Hope you're doing well. Yes, of course, me, the VTuber that has been streaming a ton of Spikeout ever since the year started, has given myself, like, both hosting and raid, like, alert notifications that are just taken from Spikeout. It's no surprise. Ah. Oh my god. You know? There you go. Area 3. Yeah, just so far, like, White feels really good to play. I'd almost say I probably enjoy... Well, maybe I should hold on to that thought until I get a couple of stages in. But it does just feel like I might possibly, like, enjoy playing this character more than Tenshin, even though, like, I think Tenshin overall, like, has, like, some of the best, like, combo potential of the main cast. You know what will be interesting though is, like, when we get to playing Linda, the final member. Because I remember just from, like, the brief time I had, like, messed around with her, like, in the arcade game, that she was very much doing the same thing that Fiona was trying to be, which was, you know, very kick-focused character who's got, like, very tricky, kind of different approach to, like, how, like, her combos work. So I guess we'll know for sure next week once we get to her. But otherwise, it's like, man, White's flash kick is still really good, even with the long recovery. Ow, come on. Yeah. There we go. Oh yeah, I should probably try using the special attack throw if I can. Even though it's still not... Yeah. It looks like the sort of thing where, like, you see it in action and you think you can pull off, like, a similar follow-up like you can with Spike, but no. Like... I think, like, the way that, like, the throw ends up working is that, like, even if I was, like, against the corner, I'm pretty sure it would still have, like, thrown the boss, like, so much farther in a direction that I would not have been able to catch up, or not even have enough time to recover. I think that's actually the difference. It's like, how quickly do you like recover and regain control of your character after the throw that they are still airborne and you can land a hit, which I don't think you can. Because it looked like after that toss, they were kind of like flying real close to like to the floor. All right. So we're still going with a particular route that I had in mind. It's not the shortest route of the game. I'm saving that for Linda, where I'm going to be basically going for what is generally the most speedrunner-friendly route, you know, which takes you through Shipyard B. Here, I'm going to go what I call the Double King Emperor route. Because this game has, like a series of, like, mini-bosses that you can find, only like on specific routes. One is in this level, the other's in Astral Mall, and the last one is at the Imperial Opera. The first two are called King, and the last one is called Emperor. Emperor, I'm pretty sure I had like shown off before, like on a previous playthrough when I was still kind of discovering like what all the different like things were that the game had to offer along the different routes. And Emperor is like a mini boss that shows up outside the Imperial Opera that only appears if you like punch a specific door, like literally knock on it. And I think like a big reason for like why most people wouldn't normally go for it is because like it's a huge time sink that could very well end up in you getting a time over. Ah. I'm trying. Okay, get over here. Yeah. Yeah, alright, that's Douglas. Ah, come on. Man, to think that these two bosses at the start of Diesel Town were so scary before, but now it's like across multiple characters, like I no longer feel anything. There we go. All right. Oh, let's go. So yeah, Emperor, as I was talking about, like he's like outside of the Imperial Opera, like that you have to knock on a specific door to summon. King, meanwhile, is like a character we've fought like a familiar number of times in Diesel Town. Like you're basically always gonna like run into him whenever you are taking any of the routes that are designed to lead you to either start of the Astral Mall, you know? It's basically on the route to fighting Justin and Elliot as the final boss of the stage. The second appearance of King, however, is only if you take the B side of the Astral Mall, where you start at the bottom and you have to like go up the escalators to the food court, because that's where he spawns. So the idea is just to challenge myself and see like how well I can do, kind of going back through some areas that like I hadn't really touched in a while, while also going, hey, you know, these optional bosses, let's see how I do, especially against just the big brick shithouse like White. Ah. Okay. It does feel like you have to be like a bit more specific on your timing for letting off the level 4 charge after you do like jump plus beat. Yeah, because sometimes it whiffs, sometimes it hits. Ah. Yeah. In his case, it does feel like I'm having to be sure to let go, like, the instant, like, recovery is over. Okay. Are any of these dudes gonna, like, come running at me or something? No. They still refuse to. Alright. Oh! Ah. I wasn't even aiming for that dude specifically. I wasn't even aiming for Victor. He just ran into my final kick attack. Whatever, works for me. Oh, man. Alright. Back through the sewer canals. Got to deal with Randolph at... Not Randolph, with Curtis at the end. There we go. How did I miss? Come on, dude. Ugh. There we go. Take that. Oh, yeah. God, it's so nice to have that level 2 charge, like, uppercut reach so low, even when they are, like, 99% completely flat on the ground. Oh, okay. Alright. Hold on. Look at that. That kick actually hit behind me. How funny is that? Oh yeah. And that flash kick on the start just hits super low. Fantastic. God, I really have no idea what they were thinking with, like, making Jackal, like, the way that he was as a character. Oh, I think also maybe, like, another thing that's kind of causing some of these combos to not line up properly is that this canal is actually slanted somewhat. And just like VF3, that absolutely has a significant effect on how hitboxes work. Yeah, that felt easier then, compared to if I was aiming where, like, it's sloping down. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's like, he's got, like, the right level of, like, slow, like, not slow, of, like, low-hitting moves that really helps you, like, in catching enemies just soon enough that you can, like, get them back off the ground again, like, high enough that, like, some of your higher hitting moves can actually be worth a damn. Which was very much the thing that, like, Jackal was absolutely lacking in. Too many of his attacks, like, hit high. Like, medium or high. Like, not low enough for it to, like, count as, like, a decent extension. Okay, get over here. Okay, you didn't drop anything. Whatever. Alright, we'll do it this way. Have at it. Oh, come on, just let me... Yes, okay. We'll just keep spamming this. I do not care. No! Ah! I'm not gonna let you kill me. Asshole. Fuck. No! Oh, okay, good. Yes, alright. Emergency life's up actually saved me there. It's what I was hoping for. It's just I forgot that like that one of the enemies like that drops it spawns in so late. All right. All right. Next up, the arena where we fight Huey, Dewey, and Louie. All right. All right. Oh, wow. Man, I just, like... I'm still so proud, kind of, like, looking back at, like, my progress from playing this game. Like, actually playing it seriously since the start of the year. That it's, like, I've gotten so much closer in a lot of instances to like, truly, like, 1CCing the game. Even if it's, like, on easy difficulty. That, I think, is still entirely valid. You gotta work up to something, you know? And considering that, like, I think the only remaining route I'll have to use with Team Spike is, like, Shipyard B route, you know, the shortest one in the game. Like, I'm probably going to use that as an opportunity to have, like, a somewhat longer edition of Saturday Night Spikeout next week, where after I try out Linda, I think my main goal is going to be, from then on, just take the characters I like the most based on the first 9 that I have played, and then just start running through the game for the purpose of getting a 1CC. Because I have felt that, like, a good that almost all, like, the problem spots I had since starting this, I've finally learned and gotten the muscle memory on how to, like, actually overcome it. Like, getting past, like, Siegfried and, like, those other 2 dudes on a... Hold on. Like, getting past those 3 dudes, like, on the stage of the Imperial Opera was, like, a huge boon for me, just because of how easy it is to, like, get time over. Alright. So we'll see how that goes. I may even, like, just focus on... Oh my god! I don't think I was fully prepared for how much that single, like, special attack throw just wrecked everyone. Like, I hadn't, like, of the 3 bosses, I hadn't depleted one of their health bars to 0 yet. I think I got all of them about equally as low as could be, that they were, like, they were just all caught in the vortex and they had nothing left to do. That was amazing. Oh my god. The fun of Spikeout. This is very much a game where it is like, you know what? There is absolutely no reason to avoid using special attacks or, like, hoarding, like, those stocks, you know? If you got them, freaking use them. They're there for a reason. Oh, come on! Asshole. I was trying to... I dodged his running jump kick, but then he had to, like, just immediately turn around by doing, like, a sweep kick to throw me off my game. What an asshole. Come on. There. Huh. Couldn't stop me there, asshole. Ow. Okay, stop me, though. Alright. Oh, yeah. It's like, even if you can't get a setup from that to, like, hit him with, like, a level 4 charge, like, it's always going to throw in the direction that you're pointing. So, like, yeah, there's no reason to do it if unless you've got a whole bunch of enemies that you can just chuck a motherfucker into. You know, I think you're almost dead. Yeah. Alright, you had nothing else. That's fine. Ugh. So yeah, that is absolutely, like, the best use for White's special throw. I think it might actually be of Team Spike. It might be his second best, the second best of the team. Spike's is always going to be the best, no questions. Like, that is an absolutely fantastic boss eraser because of the level 4 setup that you can get from doing it. Hold on. Okay, but now we're in the spot where we can actually fight King proper once he shows up. Ow. Dick, come on. Okay, just my jumping attacks are not aiming quite where, like, I'm wanting them to be, but whatever. Ah. Oh yeah, that's right. Obviously, the difficult part about King, he does not get faced by anything unless it's a level 4 charge. Stuns do not work. Like you're the only thing you have to, like, rely on is, like, the, if possible, is the super armor from when you're letting off a level 4 charge. Because at best, during that, just his punch will nick you and not interrupt it whatsoever. Come on! Okay, well, it didn't hit the asshole that I knocked down, but it did hit the one behind him. Just, oh my god. These... I am letting myself, I feel, get hit just a bit too much. Like... Yeah, this is kind of bad, kind of going into the next area with this low health, because they do not refill it for you. I was just... Yeah, I was sloppy. This is the first high chance of anything that I'm going to... Oh, god fucking shit! Let me get the special attack throws, you fucker! Thank you! Oh my god! Dicks! Okay, we'll do it this way. Please, just drop something of value. Yes! I don't care if I've wasted this much. Oh, come on! Ah. He is not stopping. Watch yourself. That's it. Die! Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. I actually survived that. Ugh. Man. You know, I definitely think for my potential 1cc rats, I should probably stick to fighting Justin and Elliot in that particular area, because it is a much bigger size than the basketball court. Because, like, whichever start you end up on in Astral Mall, it kind of doesn't matter, like, as far as, like, what stages, what areas of the stage you can access afterwards. Because there's another branch that you can reach, like, that determines whether or not you go through, like, the parking, either the parking garage or a bunch of extra stores. Yeah. Okay, but they are starting to obviously get way more mean as of this moment. They're throwing a lot more dudes, and they do not care about waiting their turn. So yeah, we're just gonna stack all these charge moves as best we can. Still, I am glad that I did get past those two without dying. I'm pretty sure when I was playing as Spike and did like the Astral Mall A route, I did choke to them the first time. I feel like I still have like a better chance of like learning how to survive those two bosses like at the end of the stage compared to Kaiser at the end of like either route through the shipyard. Kaiser, he still ruins me no matter what. Alright, here we go. Oh, come on! Dick. Off. Alright, fine, we'll do it this way. How did that tech him off the ground? I have no freaking idea, but I'll take it. Alright, fine, we'll just get out of here. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, White very much is continuing to feel more and more to me like the second best practical character of the original Spikeout team. I say second best practical because obviously first goes to Spike. I still feel like Spike is gonna be number one no matter what between the original four, while Tension I think still has like enough creative combo potential of his own that just like doesn't line up entirely with like my mindset that I have when I use Minhwa, who I think is still better for that. White is just like, he is hitting hard. He's got like really good moves that hit exceptionally low, like that flash kick for OTGing enemies. As well as some like nice like wall loops that you can get with like sweeps into level 3 charge and vice versa. Like so. So it's just all going to be a matter of, like, figuring out sometime next week, like, where does Linda fit into all this? And what will be, like, my preference of, like, Team Spike characters I play as anytime I go back to Final Edition in my off time. It's so silly to be able to just, like, get away with abusing that many moves. Like, well, no, not that many moves. Like, those few moves, but just, like, repeated in a chain. The only thing that ultimately stops you is the fact that there is juggle decay every time you land a hit. So, that still makes it so that you can't get, like, proper infinites on enemies, like... Unless they are enemies where their life bars are so small that it might as well be like a touch of death combo. Why? Alright, we'll take it. The camera could... I don't know, I guess it's time to meet my quota about bitching about how bad the camera is in Battle Street compared to Final Edition. Hey, could you please, for once in your freaking life, actually give me, like, a proper, like, camera angle that doesn't leave me feeling disadvantaged? Alright. We'll take it. I'm still getting a ton of my HP back from this. Yeah, in fact, all of it. Alright, that works. Let's go. Fight. And there we go. Just gotta get through this and we'll reach the food court where we'll have our second fight with King. Ah. Oh, yeah. It's fun to do those kind of juggle combos, especially when they're not only against the wall, but already dead. That like, it's just showing off at that point. Which is exactly the kind of thing you need in a game like this. Yeah, there's obviously emphasis on doing what's most practical, but every now and then you need to be able to, like, make room for yourself to just swag on motherfuckers. As long as you don't accidentally, like, hit the wrong inputs that you waste something important. Like I just did there. Oh, that did not line up properly. God. Whew. Special item. Ah. Alright. It's just one dude currently stuck on the corner. Frankly, I feel like a game of Spikeout where the enemy AI pathfinding was good would probably be a very bad situation. Ah, knocked him away just a bit too far. There we go. Oh, man. And everyone just screaming the same, like, sound all in unison. Alright. Here we go. Food court time. An area that was actually used as part of a bonus game that you could get whenever you completed the Astral Mall stage in Spikeout Final Edition. Where I think the idea was that, like, you just took every single, like object that you could pick up in the environment and would proceed to just beat enemies with them. Ow, come on. Good. Do this. Seriously, I feel like if White's special throw actually had, like, the same follow-up potential as Spike's, it would be the best. Because I'm positive that the amount of, like, spins and, like, how rapid, like, hits can rack up from, like, colliding with enemies, I think it might end up hitting more than even Spike's. Which is nuts to me. Like, Spike's special attack throw already does a lot of collateral to the surrounding enemies. Ah. He's too heavy. Yeah, like not even the sweep keeps him juggled. You can't stagger, you can't stun him, you can't even juggle. Only thing that just breaks him consistently is that level 4 charge, no matter what. In fact, it's the sort of thing where I feel like, well, again, admittedly, like, I only fought him once in all of these playthroughs, but I feel like even Emperor has to be somewhat more immune to it. Not completely, but a lot more. Fight. Where were you aiming? Asshole! There. Okay. Who's next? Oh, you guys over here? Ah! You know, I guess there is one thing I'll give more credit to, at least what I remember of Jackal compared to White. I feel like still, like, his beat plus charge, like, sweep attack was still, like, wider in range, and that it could hit compared to even White's right here. Yeah, Jackal's felt like his sweep was one of his best assets. All right, here it comes. And we're going to take the garage, obviously, just for...
Here comes the boss.
Actually, no. Because I already did go through the garage when I came through, like, in, God damn it. Yeah, her partner's doing a very good job hanging back, not actually partaking in the fight. Ah. Thank you. All right, let's do this. Oh, come on. Well, at least the first boss is taken care of. Yeah, we'll do it this way. Why not? So yeah, I'll actually go through the stores instead of the garage, because this shows you, like, the other route you can take if you start on the B side, you know? which is ultimately gonna lead us back to like the same like this is basically gonna be like the same set of rooms we would otherwise go through if we stuck with the route I'd first shown all the way back in January when I was playing as Spike Jr. If you can remember. Seriously, like that sweep into level 3 combo loop feels so especially potent as white. I don't remember being able to get off like this many good opportunities as him in comparison to like with other characters. Okay. All right. Now for the second pack. Dude! Chill out. Yeah, this game, for real, really needed a better camera than it got. Need a better camera in conjunction with, like, certain solid objects becoming transparent if, like, it comes between you and the camera, you know? Alright, here we go. Are you gonna get close or what? Ugh. Okay, that felt kind of a waste, but whatever. No, you don't, asshole. Ugh. I hate it just how inconsistent now it feels like. That. Like doing the beat plus jump into that. I feel like I'm getting screwed up on the timing in a way that does not feel like it's like my muscle memory like being screwed up. I almost want to say it's specifically an issue with like White, just the timing of like his particular attacks. Because even though like these core attacks share like the same concepts and properties, they don't share the exact same animations. Like that's the thing. Okay. Alrighty. So far, so good. Haven't used the continue. 1.7 million. Ow! Just trying to dodge, asshole. Oh, yeah. God, how could a character like this have, like, such, like, a good, like, combo follow-up opportunity off of his regular 6-hit combo? Like, the final hit being an uppercut that just launches regular enemies, like, a huge distance. You know? Like, no other character, as far as I recall, has exactly something close to that. Well, I think the closest, actually, funny enough, is Mikhail, but that's less an uppercut and more a ground bounce that pops you back up in the air for, like, a follow-up. I know Tenshin has, like, a situation where it's, like, you land the 6-hit combo and it leaves the enemy, like, spinning in place dizzy for a bit before they fall over. But to my knowledge, that didn't really lead to, like, many other opportunities for follow-ups that weren't to just the level 4 charge. because, like, even though they are still standing for just a little bit, the knockback kind of makes it difficult for them to actually, like, do anything else, like a level 2 or level 3. Oh my god. Ugh. Where were you aiming? Fine, you want to do it this way. Ugh. I need to get off this particular ring. No! Alright, this is my best chance. Okay, get another special attack. No! No! Oh, God! That's too greedy. Combined with the stupid, like, merry-go-round throwing me off. God. Shoot. Yeah, I think that solidifies more than anything. I think for my 1cc route, if I have to go through the Astral Mall, I am not taking this route. You know? Then merry-go-round arena is hell. I'd sooner take the parking garage. I feel like I can better get used to that route. Oh man, I am so mad. I am so mad deep inside. Even though I really shouldn't. Like, I know because I've not gone this specific route, like through these particular areas of the Astral Mall in literally weeks. So like, I should know better than to think that I was gonna like ace it the first time. Like, because I don't. I'm always learning. But man, it would have been so nice to see like how high that score would have gone right at the end. Okay. Jeez, camera, calm down. All right. Here's the boss. And oh man. Oh, come on. Nick me with a bat, why don't you?
Special item.
Ah. There we go. Ow. All right, we'll take it. Okay. Oh yeah, there's his old win pose from the one that I'm most familiar with from like playing Spikeout arcade. All right, sports shop. Actually, hold on. I just remembered. There's a thing that I've commonly seen people do, like when playing through this particular route, is that there's like a special, there's a special item that you can pick up like as a weapon. I think I forget if it's on this side. No, it's not on this side. Oh, I think I know where it was before. It was on the. It was where there was the baseball bats or something, or maybe. Yeah, just wait. Where was it? Oh fuck! All these assholes just tripping me up right now. Okay, no, it has to be. Okay, good. I got time back. Oh. Especially because some of these people decided to get caught on the frickin' escalator. Like... Ow. Okay. I know what I said before about the pathfinding. That I think the game would be much different and probably more of a pain if the enemy, like, AI pathfinding was a lot better. But then there are instances like that where it's like, it's bad for no good reason other than to make you run out of time. Okay, now I think Wait, no, there it is. I see it. I'm probably going to have to try and get it if I get more time. Please. No, please. Oh, come on. Not cool.
Continue.
Ah. Ugh. Okay. Okay, but no, I need to actually get back there, because there's something... If it will let me grab... There it is! The lucky bat.
Here comes the boss.
Oh, fuck. Oh my... I thought that was a level 4. What the hell? Rude. God damn it, and I... Alright, fine. Have it your way.
Special item.
Why is it not aiming where I want? Ugh. Yeah. That's right. This bat is fantastic, and you can only really carry it in this particular area because you always drop held items when going into, like, a new part of the stage. There we go. Look at that. Alright. Ugh. Yeah, at this point, I think it's, like, the only thing that, like, actually pains me even more in this game than getting KO'd is getting time over. Like, that's the worst. Because at this point, I feel like I've done a pretty good job of, like, not wasting time during fights as long as, like, the enemies are coming to me. You saw, like, it was the beginning of the end when, like, those enemies were just stuck in the, like, on the escalator, not coming to me. Ugh. Fine. But we're at the end. We're in the Sonic lobby. So let's just get this over with. Oh, come on! Ugh. They're all ready to freaking charge at me. Eat shit, die, you punks.
Here comes the boss.
All right. Please. Oh, that's a good lineup. Not a good camera angle, though. All right. Have at it, you Yakuza-looking punks. Oh yeah, this dude's nothing. Got it. Okay. Could have been an excellent run of this stage had I not gone the route that I did. But I felt compelled for variety's sake to do it. Otherwise, yeah. Anytime I'm going back through the stage again, I'm just sticking to the freaking parking garage. It's much faster, and I don't have to deal with the kind of annoying, like, arenas, like the merry-go-round thing.
Player, boss.
Alright. Here we go. Imperial Opera.
Fight.
Let's work our way through this hedge maze and get to, like, the side door so that we can pay Emperor a visit. All right. Oh. We got this, though. I'll be especially shocked if, like, I've gotten, like, so much more rusty in the interim that I somehow, like, get a time over on the hedge maze again. All right. Ah. All right, we'll do it this way. Yeah, you know, sometimes you don't have to save those special attacks for just the bosses. It can be very good against particularly troublesome, like, just grunt fodder, you know? Alright. Oh, I'm sorry. Why did that completely whiff, even though he was right in my face? Flash kick did not connect. What the fuck? Ah. master it. Ah. Yeah, there we go. Flamethrower dudes are always the #1 priority. Yeah, so far we're doing good on this. We're not even gonna come close to running out of time. Aw, oh, damn it. Oh my god, just let me... Yeah, there we go. White is definitely not short on good corner combos. You can say that much. Ow! Damn it. God, it's like such great juggle opportunities off of a beat combo. You really cannot say that about most, if not, like most other freaking, like, characters in this game. Those you get is Mikhail, but it makes sense because Mikhail's a boss character and is kind of meant to be busted as shit. Stop interrupting, assholes. Ah, whatever. I still got your number. Done. Not worth it. I couldn't get him out into a juggle from there. Alright, so. Now then. The tricky dilemma, the question. How do I summon Emperor and beat him without running out of time? I guess I'll just run up the side, the stairs into the side, and just see what happens. Get everyone over here. Come on. Oh yeah, this dude's nuts now. Emperor's not playing for keeps. Okay. Just spam this for 40 seconds. "30 seconds. If he doesn't give me time, I'll be pissed. He doesn't! God! No! Oh! Oh, I cannot believe that worked! I had no idea that it would! Oh my god! saved by a special attack throw, because as long as you're in that animation, even if you're on 0 seconds left, you don't get a time over. Oh my... Oh, that is perfect! King Eureka! Oh, that is so good. Fucking, I'm too busy to like pause and like try and make a clip of this on my own. I'm gonna have to. That one's for a highlight reel. I fucking tell ya. You have no idea how stupidly lucky that is. Oh, well, that wasn't lucky. God. How? Now I can definitely see why I don't come across a lot of videos of people doing Spikeout playthroughs where they challenge Emperor. Probably because they know very well that like it is like designed to be so impossible to recover from that in terms of time. You're not even gonna chase me, are you? Good. Ugh. But yeah, I did that only just to kind of show what it's like to, what it would be like to try and like trigger all 3 of those mini bosses. And I'm proud to say I am never going to do that again because, oh my god, the time disadvantage on trying to beat that guy is just not worth it. It's just not. So for the sake of, like, the fact that I consider that more of an experiment than it was, like, an error on my part, especially because I had briefly saved myself, that I am instead just gonna, like, strike that from the record. That doesn't count. Alright, get up. Alright, done. Ugh. But you know, I'm still feeling it. We'll take the side entrance. I feel like White would do pretty well going through this particular part of the gauntlet. I just got a feeling. Ugh. Yeah, all in all, I think kind of my earlier feelings and suspicions about White are absolutely holding true. I am enjoying him way more than I expected, even though he just feels more like a... you look at him for first glance, he feels like he's supposed to be, like, way more of, like, the punchy, like, superpower character. You know? But I think that just might have been because of, like, previous biases from, like, doing an entire playthrough as Jackal and finding how much of a disadvantage that was at times. But yeah, he just feels great. To the point where, like, again, as it is for my current ranking of Team Neospike, not Neospike, just Spike, the original team, like, he is firmly in second place, in between Spike at the top and Tension, like, not too far below. All in all, a pleasant surprise, I think. It's funny just how fresh these characters manage to feel now that I'm committing myself to doing full playthroughs as them in this game. Because the only other times I messed around with it were just from, like, briefly, briefly trying them in Final Edition, you know? Like, it was, like, not enough time spent getting good with them and the general routes to, like, I feel, get a more informed opinion about how good they are, like, in the context of the game's systems. Okay. If any of you could just drop a health pack, though, give me a life sub. That'd be swell. My wish was granted. Thank you. Sometimes the desire sensor absolutely, like, works in your favor. Wow, this dude. Oh, man, the flash kick just did not reach. That's kind of a shame. Hold on, I got some. Nope, that's not actually what I wanted. Whatever. This'll do. Ah, just let me get the life up. Thank you. Nice. Got some health back. Got all my special attack stock. This is good. Oh man. I'm just so close. Like, these past couple playthroughs, I have been so on the precipice of being able to 1cc these. It's just like, after I'm done with Linda, I really need to just commit to doing, like, a route that I know I am most comfortable with and just get good with it. And at that point, I feel like it is Astral Mall B, going through the parking garage. Because, like, no matter what the route is, you know, depending on, like, what parts of Stage 2 or which Stage 3 you end up going to, it doesn't matter if you don't have, like, a rock-solid game plan for the bosses at the Imperial Opera. If you don't know how to deal with, like, the main three on the stage, then it's like, you might as well kiss that run goodbye. Which, I guess, going through this is going to be, like, the test to see if I can get the same success that I did as Tension. I might, because again, we've seen, like, just how godly this dude's his special throw is, even if, like, it does not have the level 4 charge follow-up opportunity that you get with Spike, you know? In fact, it's because of that I'm almost maybe more considering trying my 1cc attempt with Spike, you know? I'm almost considering maybe not doing it with Minhwa. Because if the goal is ultimately to, like, get through in one piece and survive, I do feel like Spike is slightly more tuned to that than Minhwa, even though she is very good at surviving in addition to having immensely fun combo potential. Alright. Ah. Take that. Good. Life's up. Now for these guys to... As well as to just hang at the bottom of this staircase. Alright.
Here comes the boss.
Well? Are they coming? Okay, well, I think it's just like the... Okay, no, there's one of them. That's good. I'll take it. No! You just came running in with that. What an asshole. Oh, that was good. Ah. That was... Oh, wow. Did it seriously just kill the two of them? That's amazing. Oh, God, but... Oh, I went up too far. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, take this. Take this. No, no, please. God. Mm. Oh. Ooh. Oh, my. Oh, jeez. No. Okay. Wait, does he not stagger? No! Oh! God. Okay. Not the best attempt I've had. Yeah, it's just like the green dude was just not staggering, not getting stunned every time I got him in a level 3. That sucks. Well, all the more reason again not to take this route when I'm trying to do a 1cc. Ugh. Alright, fine. That's 2 KOs and 1 time over. Again, the second time over that you saw, I am not counting because that was strictly for experimental purposes. Mm. Still, I am greatly annoyed, though, just how much, like, the sweep into level 4 charge just is so inconsistent sometimes. Like, I just am screwing up on the timing way more with White than I was with any other character. Man. Okay. Still doing all right in this room so far. Nice. Ugh. Feels so good when you're able to, like, even if they're not against the wall, you still get enough leeway to, like, walk forward after a level 3 charge juggle into a sweep and then repeat. Ah, damn it.
Break the gate.
Alright, here we go. Time for Immelman. This dude. Let's see if I have a better time with like this particular strategy of going here first to get rid of some of the ads. Are you kidding? Ah, fucker. Yes, haha. Still refuses to hit exactly when I want it. All right, let's go. All right. All right, I gotta. Please, just kill one of them. Are you kidding? Ugh. I thought. Okay. I definitely need to like double check like the footage I've. Oh, never mind. Oh. Ah. Jeez, he does not give me fucking room. Oh, this sucks. Oh my god! No! Mm.
Time over.
Ugh.
Continue.
God. And he was that close to death.
Area 5. Clear.
I should probably just forego dealing with like those extra dudes, thinking it would like help. I swear that's like the second time I've made that mistake, even though I was positive that's like the ideal thing you're trying to go for, especially if points are a big factor. Oh, yeah. That feels cathartic. Yes. Why were you not aiming behind? Oh my god, I am trying to hit freaking Baldwin. Just, oh my. White is starting to ever so slightly fail me as I'm getting near the end. But the real test, I think, ultimately will be if I can pull off like similar results like I did last week with Tension against Siegfried. camera. Stop sucking so much ass. Fuckhead.
Special item.
Ah! Please just drop health for me already. What hit me? God.
Break the gate.
All right. Let's do this. Let's see if I can still pull a miracle against these three.
Fight. Here comes the boss.
Ah! Just let me grab! I could not see! Alright, we'll do it this way. Please, just let me... Yes, alright, I'm empty, but this should finish one of them. Good! Yes! I can make do, I think. Yes, alright. It is doable. I've learned the strats. You just gotta YOLO it and, like, just use all of those special attacks that you got. Oh, yeah. There we go. I at least feel good about that. Not so much the other screw-ups I've had on this level alone, but nah. Whatever. Now I'm just gonna farm some health and special attack items from Belial's thugs.
Here comes the boss.
Oh, fuck. Let me grab you, piece of shit. Ugh. You really do get, like, I feel shades of what Ninja Gaiden 2 on the 360 was, where it is like you just kind of want to, like, take things at your own pace, but every single enemy is so aggressive in a way that they are actively telling you no. Oh, that's nice. One combo that killed an enemy and I chained it straight into another. How sick is that? Spikeout is life and pain. Ooh, Ventar hosting the stream. Thank you, man. We're kind of getting near the end of this run-through, though. Hope your night's going well. Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I guess, yeah, since I am affiliate, that is kind of the pre-roll going on right now. I don't know. I've still been so behind on actually getting a bunch of other stuff done that I now have access to as part of being affiliate. I still need to make those emotes. I still need to figure out, like, good channel point redeems. Wait, hold on. Okay, that's weird. I cannot believe I missed. Yeah, that's weird. It's like... yeah, it was a delay on the raid, yet it somehow, like, instantly, like, told me that you were, like, hosting for whatever reason. That's bizarre. I just really need...
Special item.
Oh my god, please, just... Oh, god. Yes, okay. I am not running out of time fighting this edgy prick. Oh no, oh no. No! No, 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 no. No! Oof! Oh, wow. Woo! That was a bit closer than I would have liked. But I still have to deal with Mikhail after this. Ugh.
Fight. Here comes the boss.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. He's immune to the infinite. Shit. Well, I mean, I should expect this much. He's the final boss. I mean, this dude's general, like, appearance and silhouette makes him look like he should be an SNK boss. Hence, he is totally in line with SNK boss syndrome. Alright. But I still got this special throw on my side.
Watch yourself. Special item.
Damn it! Oh, no!
Continue.
God. Ugh. So much worse than when I was playing as Tenshin last week. I still cannot believe it. Okay. I guess, yeah, he still kind of has his deficits. Comparison to the rest of the cast. I was trying to... Oh my god, I am trying to get a setup to do another special throw. And the way I do it is usually, like, I basically, like, hit check him, you know? But it's difficult when everyone is just, like... like, see, again, it's like... Oh, fuck you. Yeah, I'd have to check again, but I think that's like 3 KOs already. Oof. Somehow got it. Oh, okay. Dude, just let me... There, got it. That was the hit confirm I was looking for. Oh my god. Alright. Just gonna keep spamming this. I am done with your shit, you fake Russian bastard. Take that. Oh. Okay. Now I gotta finish this off proper. Okay, that wasn't it. No, no, I got a better idea. Yes! 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 Yes!
Come on, baby.
Okay, that didn't kill him, but I feel good that I finally got it through my stupid brain to actually do the special taunts in-game. Oh, it would have been so great if it actually finished Mikal, but I guess he had 2 magic pixels left. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that is white in the bag. He's, Yeah, I'm guessing at the end of the day, I feel like it's more of a toss-up now as who's second place in Team Spike. You know, it's either him or Tenshin. Like, White has, like, I've harped on it over and over across the playthrough because I have to keep finding things to say while I go through the same levels, damn it. But it's like, he's got such good stuff. That uppercut off of his regular hit combo is too godly. Okay. Alright, that's... I really wish, like, some of these dudes just, like, their default wasn't just shifting to the side all the time. Because it's really, really throwing off my ability to... Because I want to, like, double-check some things as far as, like, any combos I could potentially do. Because he's got some very solid ones when you got these enemies up against the wall, you know? Ow. I think that might not work on bosses. Yeah. Yeah, they're still a bit too heavy for it to work, but then again, it's like... I have no idea why they had to choose, like, these, like, selectable regular enemies that are always shifting to the side. Yeah, but it's like, I really want to get a combo that I was able to get, like, seemingly on accident during prep that was basically, like, very tightly timed, like, level 2 charge into a heavy jump kick. Yeah, but it's just... Yeah, but it's just not coming out consistently the way I was able to get it the first time. I mean, like, it kind of comes out, but it hits a bit too late that it doesn't launch them enough for me to get a second hit off. Yeah. Actually, yeah, now I'm remembering. I think I ultimately figured out that it was better to do the jump and attack to level 3 and then the heavy jump kick. So, like so. Alright, that didn't quite work out. God damn it. After I get it on accident and then try to do it more deliberately, game is like, nah, I'm gonna keep shifting as part of my idle animation. Screw you. How the f... Oh, fuck off. Yes, okay. It's not quite a full touch of death, like 100% combo, but it's close enough. And that one, I feel like, I guess that is one thing with, like, some of these combos when you're trying to lab them out, is, like, at least from my perspective, I feel like the best ones I mostly end up getting are ones that always feel like they're improvised. Like, I get the general idea, but trying to, like, find a way to recreate the specific steps always results in failure. Especially when you take into, like, the finickiness of, like, the wall bounce properties and corners, and how seemingly inconsistent it just wants to be. And that just does not put me close enough. Like, how? Ah, whatever. Yeah, but that's him in a nutshell.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Uh-huh. And just showing off his last few taunts for good measure.
Thanks, dude.
No, that wasn't it. I needed to get him to say help.
Help me out. Help me out.
Yeah, White's animations have always been, like, pretty goofy. I think he's always been kind of like the... Yeah. I mean, you saw it during the boss fight. I managed to land the freaking monkey dance on him as an attack.
Come on, baby.
Yeah. Alright. And that's enough Spikeout for tonight. Oh, man. So, next week will obviously be the final character of the team, Linda, who's very focused around kicks, much like Fiona would end up being for Team Neo Spike. And after that, well, yeah, also, again, just to re-emphasize for that particular session next week, I'll be taking Linda, like, through, like, the shortest route of the game, again, much like I did with Fiona and Arcfang. But then following that, just to fill time, as well as just prep myself a bit more, I'm going to change the focus from that to simply taking the characters I am comfortable with thus far and just try my best to get 1cc attempts in on stream. And, like, on or off stream, focus on doing that before I move on to the cast of Neo Inferno. You know, these weirdos. These weird SNK rejects. They really look like they would have been, like, in some bootleg universe's version of King of Fighters. You know it. Just look at him! Look at him! Oh, man. But yeah, and once that's done next week, Saturday Night Spikeout, I think, is going to go, like, on a month break. So, like, no streams of this during March because things are going to get exceptionally more busy for me in real life compared to that. Because, like, me and my sister are, like, in the process of getting things all squared away so that we can finally move into a new place. I recently acquired a new desk that is currently in multiple parts and in storage because I'm not bringing it up to my room right now where there is, like, no space for it. So, like, I'll move it there and, like, reassemble it and whatnot. And it's, like, on top of that, I think that's more a sign that, like, I'm probably gonna continue to be very light on streams for the coming few weeks. Because I kind of don't want to be pushing myself to do this while also dealing with all the other things I kind of need to have all done before moving. And if there are any snafus that occur when moving in where, say, for instance, internet is not properly set up yet, I would rather not feel like I am starving for opportunities to stream if I've been, like, pushing myself to do a lot. So that's kind of how it is. All I really plan for the immediate future is to, like, just resume streaming again on Wednesday where I'll just finish Jet Set Radio Future and then, like, the next session of Spikeout the following Saturday. That's the idea. Alright. Now I need to close out this stuff, obviously. Who are we going to raid? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Mr. Goemon is live. Oh, yeah, I think he's actually been live for about, like, an hour now at this point. We could, like, give him a visit. Sure, he'd appreciate that. Yeah, he's just, like, going through the... Yeah, I think he's just going through, like, the extra endings of Everhood. Alright, so... Thanks for everyone tuning in. See you all later. Take care.